How's she going, boys? Mike here. Welcome back to Grampie's Workshop for another exciting episode. Thanks for coming by. We're going to continue working on the carrier for the back of the MTD tractor. We started that carrier the other day. We made the bracket, the mount that goes on the back of the tractor, and I think it's going to work pretty good. And I've been scratching my head trying to come up with a technique that I can use to attach the box part of the carrier to this mount, and maybe even have that box removable from the mount so I could put other things on the mount. Try to make it like a universal mount. That's one thing I try to do, you know, when I'm making these little adds to the tractor. Think of all the different things I'd like to do and try to make the add as universal and flexible as possible. And sometimes that makes it so complex I end up not creating the part at all. But anyhow, what I'm up to today is I'm going to try to come up with some sort of a design that I can use to hold the box on the mount on the tractor. So let's go see what I come up with. Okay, I've taken the mount right off the tractor. So if this, let's just assume now that it's put back on the tractor's sitting out here. The ledge, the carrier I'm going to have is going to protrude out the back about, I don't know, 10 inches or more. So that's going to put a lot of force down here, and of course that will tend to rock the carrier mount on the back of the tractor. So these pinholes here, along with this center cross member being secured to the tractor, is going to keep that from tipping, I hope. But if I make the carrier removable, that means whatever I put on here needs to be secured well enough on this mount so as not to tip down. I'm just kind of designing on the fly here. If I put that piece right like this, and then if I were to cut down the middle of that, down, I don't know, about that far, and then back up like that to make this kind of like a point down here, so that when I make the carrier bottom, have a piece mounted on that mates with that comes down, and this point will lock it into place so that it will secure the top in the same location each time. That might be clearer once I cut that out. I don't know. And maybe it might be better on the inside. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to cut this. Actually, since I cut this piece in half, and they're both the same size now, I'm going to connect those together, and I'm going to cut them both out at the same time, and I'm going to make like a reverse French pleat here. Alright, so what I've done is, just to show you here, because I don't know that I explained it that well, I cut basically this piece in half and made this little reverse French pleat on the bottom. The idea being that this is going to go here like that, and then if you can just imagine that this is part of a bigger bracket that's going to hold the carrier, that will slide down in there, and it'll lock at the bottom to secure the carrier in the proper location, but then also it'll have all this surface here to bear against if it tries to tip out from weight. And this bracket here is going to be a different size than that. I expect this bracket will be, you know, it'll come out, you know, and support to the very edge of the carrier, if you can follow all that. I don't know, I think that might work. Now, do I put it on the inside or the outside? The whole carrier is going to be 24 inches wide, we'll say. I'm expecting the bulk of the weight to be in the middle of the carrier. I think having them on the outside would work better. That would leave more space in the middle for access to the trailer hitch. So I like that. So I'm going to put them on the outside. Okay, here's my braces, brackets, whatever it supports. In an effort to make them as close to the same, I screwed them together and cut them out as one. So I'll take these apart now. So my thought is, this is the tractor out here, to my right, your left, okay? And then this bracket is going to be the bottom of the Carrrier, so it should just sit right on here and slide in like that. It will locate the Carrrier in the same position on these mounting arms each time, and it locks it in there and gives it some pretty good support just with this little French beak that I have sort of thing there. And then what I can do to help support that is I might drill a hole through here, through both of these pieces, drill a through hole, and then just put a pin in there. So when it comes time to remove the Carrrier, I would just unhook the pins and then I can lift the Carrrier straight up, because there's going to be a bracket on either side. So I can lift the Carrrier straight up and walk away with it, and my bracket will still be on the tractor. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to find a final location for these end brackets. I'm going to glue and screw those on here, and then that will hold these brackets. And did I make those brackets long enough, I wonder, or too long? Who knows, right? 15, no, it should be all right. I can make it, I think, 15 inches wide. So, all right. So let's glue these on. Okay. Whoops. Whoops. So I think there was 3 wrong ways to do this, or 3 ways to put it on. 2 of them were wrong, 1 of them right. Well, the first 3 I went after. The first 2 I went after were wrong. Oh yeah, am I going on the outside? Yeah, I'm going to put these on the outside, I think, eh? So, put a little glue on here. Okay, now this is going to go on here. Smear that around. Locate it nice. Doesn't look too bad. Clean up the glue. Squeeze out. Okay, that's one side. Now do the same with this side. Alright, I'm going to put this back on the tractor and let it dry on there. It's sticker time! Look at my wall, I'm getting a nice collection here, but I've got lots of room for more, so if you want to send me your sticker, check out my About tab on my YouTube homepage and you'll get my email address. Send me your mailing address, I'll mail you one of my stickers, and then you can send me one of yours, put on the wall. Or even if you just want to have my sticker, if you don't have stickers, that's fine too. Send me your mailing address and I'll pop you off a sticker. Anyways, I got my sticker today from Mike and Linda Gallagher from Peacefield Farms in Minnesota. Mike has a nice channel there, he's got a Massey Ferguson tractor too, you gotta like that. Anyway, here's the sticker he sent me. I like it. Nice little one. I'm going to put that on my wall. Here you go. I think good spot for it. Peacefield Farms. Mike and Linda Gallagher. Welcome to the wall. I'm not sure how big the Carrrier will be, but let's just say it's that big. It'll go on there. I don't know. I think it's going to work all right. Once I need to put some holes through here, right, to put the pins in there to hold that in place. Just put a couple of clinch pins in there. All right, so I I have a couple of bolts here that I'm going to use for the pins that hold the this Carrrier assembly on the universal mount. So I want to cut those. These bolts are too long, so I want to make them 2 inches long. So we'll cut that off. Okay, so I ground the ends off my bolts, and now I want to drill a couple of holes through there. So there's my pin, and there's the hairpin now that was in it. And I have 2 of them. Okay, so I'd like to put my pin in here. So I'm going to clamp this piece up. Then I was thinking if I come down 1 inch from the top, so I'm going to come over 1.5 inches, 1 3/4 inches. 1.5 inches, no, 1 3/4 inches, right there. This will be where the hole goes. Now I have to drill this square to the piece, so I'm just going to freehand it. Okay. So that drill I was using was 7/16 and these bolts are 3/8. So this should just slide in there. Oh, look at that, it goes right through. And then we put our hairpin on the back. There. That holds it pretty good, eh? Okay, we do the same on the other side, then we're ready for the box. Well, I'm quite pleased with the way that bracket worked out. I think with those little cleats that I made there, the French cleat type of anchoring point to hold those brackets, it'll center them and it'll locate them and tend to help keep them from rocking out of the way. And then once I put that through hole through with a couple of linch pins to secure that in, it'll be just a matter of popping those out and lifting the Carrrier straight up. So I think it's going to work good. I like it. Anyways, hey, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm so glad you dropped by. I hope you found this interesting, and I hope it maybe gives you some ideas about creating in your shop, because that's what it's all about. Get out in the shop and create. And for my regular viewers, thanks a million for tuning in. I'm glad you guys come by every week. That's it sure is a good support for the channel. And I hope everybody thumbs up me, and I hope you all have a great week, and we'll talk to you.